What we'll see is a system which was learned to control a body. So you can see the body already here on the still. I'll press play in a moment. And what will happen is that there's an algorithm that controls the basically the forces of these body parts. So this agent specifically, it can run, right? And it had to learn itself how to move its limbs in such a way as to produce forward motion. The reward was a very simple one. The reward was just go in that one direction and you'll get +1, or you get positive reward, basically proportional to how fast you go in that direction. So it really wants to go really fast in one direction. It was not told how to do that. So it doesn't, at first, when it starts learning, it doesn't know how to control its limbs. It just knows that it perceives the world in some sense by sensors, which I won't go into that much depth. It's not too important here, but the point is it doesn't know how to move its limbs. It has to figure that out by itself, and it just notices that when it moves it in certain ways, it gets more reward than in other ways. Doing that, you get the following behavior. With simplified vision, as it says on the slide, and proprioception, which means it can feel essentially where its own limbs are in some sense. And then it can traverse through this very complicated domain, and it can learn how to jump over things and how to maybe even climb in some sense, just because it wants to go to the right. Not everything is easy, but it does manage to get there. Now, interestingly, by using this setting, by just having this simple reward, you can traverse different types of domains. You can learn to you can learn to traverse different types of terrains and do this in very non-trivial ways. It would be very hard to specify a policy by hand that does this. And in fact, because we have a learning system, it's not just that we don't have to specify a thing by hand, but we can also apply the exact same learning system to different body types. So this was learned with the exact same system that was used for this other thing. And you can use this in 2 dimensions, or you can use this in 3 dimensions. And in each of these cases, the agent can learn via interaction how to actually scale these obstacles.